A TikTok influencer used a rental shop's 1969 Dodge Charger as a prop for her viral ASMR video. She keyed the fully restored quality paint for the views, then offered the shop publicity as payment for the damage. The judge is about to correct her.
Your Honor, I poured my heart into restoring this 1969 Charger. $8,000 just for the paint alone. She keyed it for TikTok content and now has the nerve to call it free advertising like it's some kind of a legitimate payment.
I'm literally giving you free marketing and you're acting ungrateful? 9 million people saw your car? Your rental shop is going to be packed because of me. And you're mad about paint damage that takes a week to fix? You should be grateful.
Your attitude isn't helping here. The rental shop didn't give you creative rights, and the views didn't pay for the paint. You did this deliberately and carelessly. So I'm awarding full restoration and diminished value of $27,000.
A Karen leaned her bike against a vintage Ferrari GTS outside a cafe and scratched the paint, then laughed and called it a cheap kit car. The judge is about to make her regret it.
Oh, come on, Your Honor. It's a little scratch on a fake Ferrari. Guys, buy these replica kits off the internet all the time. My bike barely touched it. Just go grab some touch-up paint from AutoZone for like $10 and stop being so dramatic about it.
Are you insane? That is a 1985 Ferrari 308 GTS with original Rosso Corsa paint that has never been repainted in 40 years, and your bike gouged through the lacquer in 3 places. I spent 20 years finding this car, and because of you, that original paint is gone forever.
Ma'am, you damaged a matching numbers classic Ferrari with irreplaceable factory paint because you couldn't walk 10 feet to the bike rack. You mocked him for owning it. Now you're paying to preserve it, full respray, by a certified Ferrari specialist.
This influencer jumped onto the hood of a stranger's Shelby GT500 to do a TikTok dance trend. She left dents and scratches all over, then laughed about it in court and called the owner dramatic. The judge is about to wipe that smile off her face.
Your Honor, that car is not just a car to me. It's a fully restored GT500, and she jumped on it like it was nothing. There are heel marks, scratches, and a dent on the hood, and she's sitting here acting like I should just get over it.
Like, I'm sorry, but if your whole world falls apart because someone stood on your car for a TikTok, then you need to reevaluate your priorities. It's giving obsessed, and I'm not paying him a dime for something this small. Like, come on.
The evidence is clear, and frankly, so is your attitude. You caused the damage, and you show no real remorse here today. I'm awarding the plaintiff $20,000. And next time, if you need a stage, use your own property.
A Karen used a vintage Ferrari GTS as a bench outside a busy restaurant because she didn't like standing. Her weight dented the hood and damaged the factory paint. Instead of apologizing, she played the victim and called the owner dramatic, but the judge is about to hand her the bill.
Your Honor, he's being dramatic. I barely leaned on it. The restaurant had 0 seats, and I'm plus size, so standing isn't easy for me. He looked at me like I was disgusting the second he came outside. This is about my body, not his paint.
Are you serious right now? My hood is dented and the paint is shredded because you climbed onto a $200,000 car and ate lunch on it like it was a park bench, and you're sitting here playing victim. That's so unfair.
Ma'am, you sat on someone's car without permission, damaged the hood, and your defense is that he's being mean to you. That is not how this works. You broke it, you fix it. That's the law. You're paying for the full repair by a Ferrari specialist.
This nurse was off duty when she saved a choking child in a restaurant. She injured her back in the while saving him, but her health insurance denied coverage because she wasn't on the clock. Watch the judge's reaction.
The policy is clear. Coverage applies only to injuries on hospital premises or while on duty. The plaintiff was at a restaurant, not clocked in. Her actions were personal.
I saw a child struggling to breathe. No one else moved, so I had to. I ignored the risk, ignored the rules, and did what I was trained to do. So I tore my back doing it.
I've seen the footage. A child is alive because she acted. She was hurt because she acted. And you're saying compassion has office hours? Full medical coverage is ordered now. Case closed.
A Karen keyed her neighbor's rare GMC Syclone because she hated the turbo noise and called it an eyesore parked near her driveway. The judge is about to scratch back.
Look, it's a rusty black truck from the 90s that's been sitting there killing the look of the whole street. I barely grazed it. Big deal. $50 at any body shop and it's gone. Can we move on?
She never said a word to me. Never knocked on my door, never asked me to move it. She just walked up and keyed it end to end. That's a 91 GMC Syclone, Your Honor. That original black paint, and she cut through it all across 2 panels. You can't buff that out.
Ma'am, you had every option in the world. You could have knocked, you could have called the city. Instead, you grabbed your keys and carved up his truck like you had the right. You're paying for a full repaint, proper panel blending, and clear coat restoration. That's $12,000.
He spent his entire weekend repairing his elderly neighbor's porch. The city called it unlicensed construction and fined him $20,000.
Your Honor, our patrol found the defendant while performing construction work. We asked him for a license and he failed to provide one. Under city code, we issued a citation totaling $20,000.
Your Honor, my neighbor is 83 years old. Her porch boards were rotted and unsafe. I just replaced a few wooden planks so she wouldn't fall. She doesn't have anyone who could do this for her. I didn't charge her a dime.
Mr. Dixon, the legislator wrote this ordinance to regulate contractors, not to punish private citizens helping their neighbors. Your actions here would only discourage people from helping the elderly. I am dismissing the fine.
A babysitter went to court. Security footage showed she left the house late at night with their child. They claimed she had no permission to take him anywhere. When the judge asked why she took the child out of the house, the answer was this.
He woke up crying. He said his chest hurt. He was breathing really fast. I called his mom, but she didn't answer. I didn't know what else to do, so I grabbed him and drove to the ER. The doctor said it was an asthma attack. They told me if I waited, it could have been worse.
We have rules for a reason. She was told not to leave the house under any circumstances. We didn't know where our child was. We were panicking. She should have waited for us or called again. That decision was not hers to make.
Medical records confirm the child was treated for an asthma attack. The attending physician stated delay in treatment could have resulted in serious harm. While the parent's concern is understandable, acting to protect a child's life in an emergency is justified.
A man was sued for $3,000 after smashing a Tesla window to save a trapped dog. The judge's response to the car owner went instantly viral.
Your Honor, it was 105 degrees inside that car. The dog was foaming at the mouth and seizing. If I waited 5 more minutes for the police, that dog would be dead.
Your Honor, he smashed my custom window glass with a tire iron. That is private property. He should have called the police and waited. I want full compensation for the damages.
You are suing him for a piece of glass? Sir, a window can be replaced. A heartbeat cannot. Case dismissed.
The school accused him of cheating on a final exam. They suspended him and voided his entire semester. He said he didn't cheat at all, but watch what happens when the judge reviews the exam records.
Your Honor, the student's exam results were flagged by our academic integrity system due to a high similarity index with another submission. The pattern of answers, timing intervals, and response structure showed significant overlap with another exam taken during the same session. So those of us who review testing integrity, these indicators are commonly associated with unauthorized collaboration or access to shared answers during the testing process. Our system is specifically designed to detect these irregularities across multiple data points within the exam environment. Based on these findings, the institution determined that the exam was not completed independently and proceeded with disciplinary action.
Your Honor, I prepared for that exam for weeks, and I took it completely on my own without any assistance. I didn't have access to anyone else's answers, and I didn't communicate with anyone during the test in any way. And I followed all the rules exactly as they were given to me. They never showed me any actual proof. They just told me the system flagged my exam, and then that was enough to suspend me. My entire semester was erased because of a software decision, and I was never given a fair opportunity to defend myself.
An automated similarity score is not definitive proof of academic misconduct. Disciplinary action of this magnitude requires verifiable evidence. A proper review must include context, human evaluation, and an opportunity for the student to respond to the accusation. Relying solely on algorithmic output without independent verification is a failure of responsibility within the institution. You imposed a severe penalty based on incomplete analysis and denied the student a fair process to defend his work. The suspension is overturned. The student's academic record will be fully restored, and the institution is ordered to review its disciplinary procedures. This action is invalid. Case dismissed.
A 7-year-old drew a picture of his dad, who's a police officer, holding his service weapon. The school suspended him for 10 days for depicting violence. His dad is a cop. Watch what the judge says.
Your Honor, I'm a police officer with 15 years on the force. My 7-year-old had to draw his hero, and he drew me in uniform with my duty weapon. That's how he sees me at work. The school called it violence and suspended him. He didn't draw a threat. He drew his dad.
Your Honor, our zero tolerance policy bans any firearm depiction, even drawings. We cannot make exceptions, even for a police officer's child. Parents were concerned, so the suspension stands. Zero tolerance.
A 7-year-old drew his police officer dad for a hero assignment, and you suspended him. That's absurd. A cop, a 7-year-old of a police officer. A crayon drawing. Suspension overturned, record cleared, and your zero tolerance policy.
This man was arrested late at night, not for drunk driving,
but for falling asleep inside his parked car.
You were detained inside a parked vehicle. Officers suspected impaired driving, but the engine was off.
I felt too tired to drive. I pulled over to be safe. I turned the engine off. Planned to rest for a while. I never intended to drive again that night.
The vehicle was legally parked. The engine was cold. He was asleep, not driving. There was no immediate danger.
You chose to rest instead of driving. That decision reduced public risk. This case is dismissed.